Now, the Justice Department says famous actresses and CEOs participated in the multi-million-dollar scheme to cheat college admission standards. Joining us with more on this, Melody Hahm from the newsroom. And Melody, we know the names of these folks. What else are we learning?
Yeah, so of course, Bill Singer, who's the 58-year-old behind basically a mastermind of this operation, he set up a shell company, kind of positioning it as a charity called the Key Worldwide Foundation that folks used to wire him money, and therefore he would forge tests, he would goose SAT and ACT scores, and he would basically lie about who these kids were in the first place, saying, hey, they're college athletes, they should be recruited for rowing, and then therefore they would then orchestrate deals with coaches on campus. I think what I am most struck by here is just the pervasiveness of this. There could be up to 700 people who are involved in this case alone. And as we know, this has been an ongoing issue. When you look at the higher education system overall, it is broken. And I think folks who have used affirmative action in their favor, unfortunately, once they get to campuses, they are being scrutinized and they're being doubted for their successes and their merits in academia. And then when you look at these folks who have every privilege in the world, who are being told, hey, you should pretend to be a black person, hey, you should pretend to be an athlete in order to get in because your resume and your scores simply aren't up to snuff, that really illuminates a bigger issue here, as these are very competitive colleges in the first place. I also want to point out that this is just the beginning, and we can expect that some of these actresses that you had alluded to before, like Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman, can face up to 20 years in prison. Of course, we know that the prison system also tends to be rigged in favor of the wealthy, so it's unclear as to whether those sentences would actually end up being served.
We will see. Melody, thank you so much for that update. And joining us now to discuss further is campusreform.org Media Director Cabot Phillips. Cabot, obviously you spend a lot of time on college campuses. I know it's early yet to sort of get reaction on the ground from college students, but what kinds of things are we hearing so far?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out from a legal perspective. From the societal perspective, I think this points to the bigger picture of, one, this entitlement mentality where so many people, especially young, maybe people in wealthier families, think they're automatically entitled to a top-notch degree, and their parents are further keeping that narrative alive. And I think it also points to, number two, how much coddling there is that goes on where people are trying to help their kids by shielding them from rejection, by shielding them from this idea that, hey, maybe you aren't actually good enough to get into this school. And when in reality, that's going to hurt them in the long run. It's important to learn rejection in some cases, to learn to work and earn for what you're getting. So the parents that may think they're helping their kids are actually hurting them in the long run. And the third thing this points to also is this idea that the only way to success in America is through a top-notch university degree, through an Ivy League school. There are so many other ways to success, and I think this is going to further exacerbate that idea in many Americans' minds.